Welcome to this amazing live streaming. Or I hope it's amazing. Can you guys hear me? Just confirm and then we can start, because I will never know. I actually never know if the microphone works, if the live streaming works, or whatever is happening. Please let me know in the chat so I can actually start. Oh, a lot of people are connecting right now. Hello Lawrence, hello Ram, hello Alif. Yep, oh yes, all confirmed. That's perfect. Hello everybody and welcome to the Future of Alecaddd. Or, I don't know, it's a small presentation. Let me activate the webcam. There you go, here I am. Can you guys see me? I have this weird setup of lights, like it's bright, it's sunny, and it's daylight now. I never record videos during daylight, so I have this massive light coming from the window and this crappy yellow light coming from the side. But hello guys, thank you so much for connecting here. So let's jump right into it, into the main topic of this live streaming, talking about the future of Alecaddd, of what I want to do this year, or actually what I did this year in the 2017 and what I'm gonna do in 2018. It's gonna be like so good. Hopefully you like it, but it's a work in progress, so we can edit it together. We can decide the goal of 2018, whatever you like. Ciao Michele, sì, sono italiano. Hello Michele, yes I'm Italian. There's a guy in the chat just asked me if I'm Italian. Yes, I'm Italian. I've been Italian for 32 years now. But I'm in Vancouver right now. I've been living in Vancouver for the past 4 years. But let's jump right into it. Let's just stop with these shenanigans. Let's talk about the future of Alecaddd. So first of all, a year in review. 2017 was an insane year. I started 2017 with 10,000 subscribers, or like 15,000 and something subscribers, and now I'm almost at 40,000. We are at 39,000 something. I have a live counter going on that we're gonna take a look at tomorrow. But what I did in 2017, I uploaded 110 videos about tutorials, reviews, and conferences, and all these like amazing things. I gained more than 2 million views. 2 million views. It's a lot. Like, you guys are insane. You watch my videos. You watch so many videos, like so many minutes of my videos, that if we squished all together, all the videos that I uploaded, basically you guys watched almost 10 days of videos, like non-stop, and it was just so insane, and it was amazing. I gained 20,000 subscribers, more than 20,000 subscribers just a year. Basically, I gained more subscribers this year than the two previous years combined, and the 2015 and 2016. So it's amazing. I completed and started publishing new series. So I completed the sunset theme series. We finally started a WordPress plugin development series. I started a series about Linux and how to switch to Linux. I built a computer to run Linux. I did an introduction to intro series on how to install Linux and how to set it up to be our the best development machine ever for us to use it. And then I did, I started a Gulp series that we want to conclude. Then I did a lot of reviews and I attended a couple of conferences. I was invited at a conference in LA and I published the video 2 days ago. So if you want to check that out after, yeah, you should totally do it. But it was amazing being invited to a conference to actually talk about the YouTube video. And it was just like so good and unexpected. So that was a pretty good year. The future of the channel, what we're gonna do in 2018. Of course, a lot of tutorials, a lot of videos. I will try to upload more videos, because 100 videos, 110 videos in 365 days, it's okay. It's like an average of 1 video every 3 days. I would like to improve that and maybe reach like 200 videos in next year. I want to publish more videos, because right now I'm at almost 300 videos published. So for the end of next year, I would like to reach 500 videos in total. And this list, hopefully this list will make you happy. So the list that you can see on the side here, yes. So we will try in the first 2 months of this year, January and February, to conclude the ongoing series. So we're going to conclude the WordPress plugin development series, and we're going to conclude the Gulp introduction series that is going to have like other 6 or 7 videos. So it's going to be pretty short, and then I'm going to try to pound and publish as many tutorials about the plugin as possible. We're going to make these amazing, massive plugins that basically gonna cover everything we can dream of. So every time you have an issue, it's like, oh, how do I do this? Just check the plugin series, is gonna cover everything. We're gonna start, as soon as I finish the Gulp series, I'm gonna start the introduction to vanilla JavaScript. We're gonna start doing JavaScript from the ground up, from the get-go, like without any knowledge of JavaScript. We're gonna start seeing how JavaScript works. We're not going to use any framework. We're going to be framework agnostic. So totally vanilla. We're going to use, like, of course, the modern type of JavaScript. It's like called ES6 was the major refactor of the syntax of JavaScript, but we're going to see also all the all the new stuff, all the new improvements. And we're going to try to write JavaScript in a way that it doesn't need a pre-compiler or an auto-compiler or a toolkit or an automation toolkit like Gulp or Webpack to compile in order for the browser to read it. So we're gonna write really simple vanilla JavaScript, but it's amazing. And you're gonna see that pretty much all the things that we do right now with jQuery or frameworks or crazy stuff that we do when we hack stuff around with plugins and stuff, everything can be done with simple vanilla JavaScript without relying on any library. It's amazing. Then we're going to do introduction to PHP because we need some solid ground basic knowledge of PHP before jumping into Laravel. And Laravel is going to be pretty insane because we're going to build a forum in Laravel. And I know a lot of you guys don't like forums because everyone does that. Like, let's build a forum. Yeah, so it's okay. Everyone did like a tutorial about building a forum, but building a forum is really interesting because it takes care of pretty much all the aspects of small or big scale application. Like you have user sign up, protected areas, you have a pretty complex hierarchy of topics, threads, answers, and organization of the front end, an administration area that you as an admin, moderator, different user levels to manage all the content of your application. So a forum is a really good example to get the gist of Laravel and actually use everything. And Laravel is amazing. It's really amazing. But before that, yeah, intro to PHP, we're going to see inside the intro to PHP, we're going to see also how to create unit test. What is a unit testing, why you should care about unit testing, all this kind of good stuff that are really important for Laravel. And then after we do this, when we concluded WordPress plugins and intro to JavaScript, I'm going to start at the same time Vue.js, that in my opinion, right now is my favorite framework, JavaScript framework. I know a lot of you guys ask for React, Redux, or other stuff like intro to jQuery, but as I said, with the introduction to vanilla JavaScript, you will not need jQuery at all. Vue.js, in my opinion, is the lightest and currently the easiest framework, modern framework to use in terms of JavaScript libraries, and I really like that. So this is a kind of like a work in progress list. It's not a fixed list that I'm not going to change throughout the year, but it's like can be expanded, can be shrinked. It depends on how much time do I have. And I can inject inside all these these are long series. Like we're talking 20 plus videos per playlist. But in the meantime, between one and another, I'm going to inject something like refactor the WordPress mega menu with Bootstrap 4, or see how do like a small 10 videos introduction on WordPress for beginner developers in 2018. So we're going to take a look at WordPress version 5. We're going to see like Gutenberg, what is Gutenberg about WordPress. We're going to do a small introduction on WooCommerce and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to inject in between these long-term series a small short-term series like 10 and less than 10 videos just to have some back and forth and jumping back and forth and all this kind of stuff. And of course, I'm gonna also try to inject in this crazy 2018 the work on my website and some design tutorials. So I will continue the design factory, and I will try to teach you more, so it's okay. Continuing on, in 2018 I will try to go solo, and the subtitle is shoot for the stars because it's kind of like intense, like let's go. So right now just a little sideway, or like segue. No, it's not a segue, sideway. I'm gonna answer all your questions that you're writing me. You're writing a lot of questions in the chat. I'm gonna answer all your questions after this small presentation that we have just another slide, so it's gonna be like really fast. I'm gonna answer everything, so no worries. I'm gonna go back in time on the chat and I'm gonna answer everyone, so don't worry. Let's continue. In 2018, I will try to make this thing that I'm doing a sustainable business, because right now I'm working full-time, and working full-time I don't have much time to do the videos. That's why I uploaded only 100 videos in 2017. And if you notice, this past week or 2 weeks I uploaded almost 1 video per day, sometimes even 2 videos per day. That's because I'm on vacation, so I'm not working full-time. I can dedicate my entire day doing these things, and in the meantime, while I was not uploading videos, I started coding Akira, I updated Sequeler, I did a bunch of design work, and I updated my skills. I'm following a classes online to get certified AWS DevOps, so I'm doing a lot of things, and all these things will be transitioned on the YouTube channel. So every time I learn something, I will master that thing that I learned and I will push it on a YouTube channel. This is of course not sustainable when I will start again working in a week or something. So on the 3rd of January, I will go back to work. So the goal for 2018 is just like trying to push as much as possible to go solo and make a decent amount via Patreon in order for me to pay the rent, pay my bills, and sustain whatever. I would like to find some sponsors, and I would like to increase the number of videos that I publish, at least, I don't know, let's say 3 per week, 4 per week. That would be a sweet number. 3 videos, 4 videos per week. If I can go solo and if I can do this full time, I will open the possibility of private tutoring. So right now I offer only 3 slots in my Patreon for private tutoring. I offer like a couple of hours per month. It's not much, but if I can go solo, I can have 6 or 7 slots. So I can teach at the same time 6 or 7 people by doing a one-on-one private lesson, pretty much 1 per day. And I can manage that because I have the entire day. That would be so sweet. And I will do some freelancing on the side. I get a lot of emails from you guys or from other people that watch my videos like, do you do freelancing? I have a small gig, a small job that I need a developer for, like a quick thing. And I always say no because I don't have time to do that. But if I could go 100% and do this all day, I could just do freelancing, offer tutoring, publish so many tutorials, and just like code and release everything that I code is gonna be released open source. So this is a dream, kind of a dream for the end of 2018, and yeah, let's try to do that. If you guys want to help me this, just like share my videos and force your friends to subscribe and watch my videos. Every time someone has a development question, just redirect it to one of my videos and just push it. About Patreon is really interesting because I have, right now we're almost at 40,000 subscribers. So if each one of you or like even the Alf, each one of you like would pledge 10 cents, not even $1, 10 cents each one of you, I could do this full time with no problem, and I would have enough money to pay my rent, pay my bills, and do this full time. So something to consider. It's really It's really crazy. And then next year is gonna be Linux over 9,000. So I started the transition to switching to Linux this year. I built a computer. I bought a laptop from System76. I'm testing Elementary OS and Pop OS. These are two amazing. Probably my current setup is on desktop. I'm gonna have Pop OS, and on my laptop, traveling and stuff, I'm gonna have Elementary OS. And I'm gonna try to push the Linux stuff a lot this year. So I'm gonna do more videos about Linux. I'm gonna try to release Akira, the UX design Linux app, as soon as possible. I need to refactor and rewrite Sequeler and improve a lot the functionalities of Sequeler. I wanna create more Linux app. If Akira and Sequeler are successful, I think I can make more apps to like fill the gaps of what's missing in the Linux ecosystem. And I need to, during this year, I need to move my entire workflow on Linux. Right now, I'm still editing videos on Final Cut Pro on Mac. I'm doing UX design with Sketch on Mac. So I'm still tied to the Mac ecosystem because of a couple of apps. So if I can manage to find good replacement and completely switch, like this is another goal of 2018. My entire workflow, recording, editing videos, doing UX design, coding, everything, it should be on Linux. So that's it. And then on April 2018, Elementary OS Juno will be released. So as soon as it's released, I'm gonna grab it, of course. I'm gonna wipe out my computer and install it from scratch. And I'm gonna do a series about that. I'm gonna do a series on how to install a fresh, like start from a fresh installation of Elementary OS and install everything that you need from a development point of view and a designer point of view. So we're gonna see how to set up your Linux machine with Elementary OS to do everything that you need on your daily work, and it's gonna be pretty amazing. Hopefully for the time Akira will be released, so I'm gonna do some tutorials about Akira. That would be kind of hilarious, doing tutorials on an application that I built. That would be kind of insane. Thank you. This is the end of the presentation. So thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. Let me switch this and switch screen. Okay, we have a live counter here that right now we are at 39,785 subscribers. And I'm sure for the time we finish this live streaming, not even one subscriber will be gained, because that's how it is. Like my stats are really weird. Like I don't have like a constant growth. Sometimes I gain like 100 subscribers in a day, sometimes like 0, I lose 5, then 200, then 0. It's just like up and down, up and down. I still don't understand how this thing works, but it's nice to see the counter, my face at the bottom, so the counter is top, and then a big thank you here, and we can keep watching stuff. So I'm gonna start answering a bunch of questions if you guys are cool with that. Let's start with the, okay, Ram Kumar says, I'm just starting the sunset theme. Great. And also Sanjeev is starting the sunset theme series. Awesome. Just the sunset theme series is really long. It takes care of explaining a lot of intricate things of WordPress, but it's great. Like after that, you're going to pretty much know everything. And then after that, you can jump straight into the plugin series, which takes care of doing like a lot of cool stuff with PHP, object-oriented programming. Ram is excited about vanilla JavaScript. Yes, I am excited too. What should I learn to call myself a WordPress theme developer? Ram asks. What should I learn? Just my videos. Just learn WordPress, learn a little bit about databases and SQL. Actually, next video that I'm gonna release is gonna be a lot about WordPress database and how to optimize the database, but just follow WordPress tutorials, build WordPress themes, build WordPress plugins, build WordPress widgets, shortcodes, just work with WordPress. And probably if you just started, it will, let's give it a here. Did the number increase? Did it go down? I don't know. It just went down and up. Yes, I lost a subscriber. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for this. Oh, it's a backup. Someone is unsubscribing and subscribing. It's like someone is tricky. Yeah, someone is having fun with the subscribing counter. Okay, thank you. Let's continue doing up and down. Yeah, thank you. That's insane. Okay, thanks guys. I guess. How can I make a peer update on my client's dashboard for the plugin that you are creating? It's part of the plugin series. We're gonna take a look on how to do it. It's gonna be really easy. Laravel is good ground. Yes, Lawrence, Laravel, it's great. Praying Gutenberg dev should be on the list. Yes, Gutenberg will be on the list. I'm gonna do an introduction to Gutenberg just to do an and I'd never worked with Gutenberg, but for what I know, it's framework agnostic. So Gutenberg can accept every single framework as a plugin. Like you can create an add-on for Gutenberg with Vue.js or React or whatever other framework you want to use it. So it's going to be, I guess it's going to be pretty cool. I'm kind of pretty excited, and the content editor WordPress hasn't been touched since the beginning. Always use the TinyMC JavaScript library to make it editable, and it's kind of one of the worst part of WordPress, considering like that everything else is getting replaced. The settings API are getting replaced with the customizer API and all this kind of good stuff, but the text editor, content editor is still kind of bad. With this block type of approach and everything with modern JavaScript approach, it's going to be really, really cool. I'm really excited about Gutenberg. jQuery is dying. No, it's not dying, jQuery. jQuery is great for small and super quick things. Oh, I gained 1 subscriber. Yeah! jQuery is not dying. It's getting less and less used because it's JavaScript evolved a lot and it doesn't need anymore that interface. jQuery is just a wrapper around JavaScript that offers some easy accessible APIs. I don't know, they're not considered APIs, but methods that just like give you easier use of regular JavaScript methods. It's kind of heavy. I don't know what's gonna happen to jQuery, but I don't think it's gonna die. I don't think so. Vue.js over jQuery anytime, Lawrence. Yeah, yes, 2 different things, but yes, Vue.js has more like stuff going on. It's like you can do many more things with Vue.js, absolutely. Densimo Aika says, like that you want to build a forum in Laravel. I was afraid you want to build a blog as a place. No blog. You don't need to build a blog with Laravel. Just if you need a blog, just use a framework. Just use a CMS that it's already there. Don't use Laravel to build a blog. This is my personal opinion. Lauren says Vue.js is smaller and more versatile. Yes, it's smaller, it's lighter, but Vue.js comes without a lot of things. It comes without a router. So if you want to redirect things based on the URL, you need to install the router, and with the router already turns into a pretty heavy one, so it's okay. But yeah, we're gonna see. Noe Garcia says Bootstrap 4 mega menu in WordPress 2 would be amazing. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Ram asked, what's the actual difference between React, Angular, Ember, and Vue? Okay, I can say that pretty much they're similar. They're JavaScript frameworks that give you an interface to use JavaScript with some pretty cool API and some pretty cool methods to do something really complicated. And the really complicated stuff, it's basically updating the DOM, updating your HTML structure without the page reload. That's like the easiest, plain, and probably even wrong explanation. They're pretty much all the same. They have a slightly different structure, but they're all component based. They have routers, they have controllers, they have directives. The structure, it's different, but the final result, it's kind of the same. You can have literally the same exact website that works in the same exact way built in Vue.js, Angular, and React. Ember, I haven't used Ember for 4 years. I don't know what's the status of Ember right now, but I'm not sure. But Angular and Vue.js structure-wise are pretty much identical. React, it's kind of different, but it does pretty much exactly the same thing. It's just like different libraries for same thing, basically. Like the wrong explanation, worst explanation ever. Thanks a lot for considering making JS tutorial. I asked for those a lot. Yes, I remember, Aleph, you asked for those a lot. Yes, I'm gonna make those, no worries. 2018 is gonna be pretty amazing. Okay, we'll wait. Have you considered moving to CSS Grid instead of frameworks like Bootstrap? CSS Grid is now the standard dev good practice. Ram says Dragon Ball Z reference. Yes, Linux over 9,000. It's over 9,000. Yes. CSS Grid. Yes. I'm actually using it on my work, like at work. We're using it to just like see if it actually fully supported by every browser. What can you do when a browser doesn't support CSS Grid? But yes, it's a better approach. But it's kind of hard for me because I've been using grid systems like the usual columns and rows forever since the beginning. But yeah, I'm not like personally I'm not using any more Bootstrap. I stopped using Bootstrap. I use my own custom library. If I have to use a built-in a pre-built framework in CSS, I use Tailwind CSS. Did you guys ever used it? Tailwind CSS? Tailwind CSS, I strongly recommend it. It's amazing. It's open source, and the guy that built it, it's like fantastic. And it's a utility-based type of CSS framework. This is amazing, and it comes with regular Flexbox, and it comes also with CSS Grid. Where is CSS Grid? Grid. Grids, Flexbox with utilities, basic grids, responsive grids, mixed, CSS grid. Oh, they removed it. Okay, they're building a section for CSS Grid that should be available soon. But this is amazing because the syntax is really easy. It's the syntax that I like, and it's all utility based. So you don't have like, for example, color. I don't know, you don't have a class called primary button or like secondary button because that doesn't make sense. You literally have a class color red, color hover white, and stuff like that. And here you can see in responsive, if maybe I zoom, you can see if you want to declare the width of a column on a small resolution, you write small column width half, or in medium width a third, or in large width a fourth. Like, it's really modular and it's utility first. I love it. Like, I'm using this when I need a pre-built CSS framework, and you should give it a try. The configuration file, it's fantastic, but yeah, you should definitely give it a try. So excited about Akira. Thank you, Noah. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be good. Akira is what I'm waiting for, like, to switch to Linux. Lawrence, I know it's a huge missing piece. I'm currently building, with the help of Felipe Escoto, the library that Akira is gonna use to do some graphic stuff. So the problem for like why it doesn't exist a UX design app for Linux, because it's fucking hard. It's so hard, and the libraries available to do 2D interactions are kind of shitty. Like, you have to write everything in C, and the bindings and the libraries available are kind of bad and outdated, and there are a lot of missing pieces and stuff like that. So with Felipe, we're building, like, he's building pretty much. I'm injecting wrong code, is doing 99% of the job, and doing like the 1% every time I do a pull request is like, oh, this is wrong, no, fix this. So I'm the worst because I never worked with Fala, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But what we're trying to do is building this library that is going to be reusable for everyone that wants to build an application with design stuff or 2D manipulation. So the library that we're building right now comes with the default stuff like go and roll over, click, rotate, scale, having the knobs, and double click and shows the vertex, and you can manipulate the vertex. And the container wraps around an SVG object, so you can manipulate everything about the SVG object and stuff like that. It's really complicated. It's taking us a lot of time to do it, but yeah, hopefully we're gonna make it. Akira should be released the alpha half of January, and it's gonna be really basic, but yeah, it's so complicated. Let's continue. Lauren says, especially when it adopts other extensions like AI and Adobe formats. I have many people who work with Adobe. Yes, I don't know about that. I don't know if I will be able to actually import Adobe files because they are closed formats, so they're not open source. I will try anyway. I will try to import PSDs and AI, but Kamal says, I'm telling my friends to subscribe. Yes, force your friends to subscribe. Subscribe. I want to try like it one day, which is like, it's only one day here, but until 2018. But my goal would have been to reach 40,000 for the end of 2017. But I think I will not be able to do it. But 39,700, it's pretty good. So I'm pretty satisfied. Just create fake Google accounts and subscribe. No, it's okay. What else? Other comments. So security aspects of web, like how to avoid web getting hacked. Dashman, that's a really generic question that no one knows. Like you can be the best, but there's never the 100% of safety of not getting hacked. And mostly getting hacked, it's because that happens because of something stupid a developer did, like left the password in plain text in a text file inside the server, or wrote a comment and left the I don't know, API key protected, like API token in the comment of the source code, and just like all the stupid things. Like it's kind of like hard if you use like a good server, if you use like a good provider, like I don't know, AWS has a really good like way of stacking things. So even if someone hacks you on a certain level, for example, the server cannot access the database because are separated in different locations, in different slots, in different like server and database, and yeah, in different regions. So there are a lot of things that you can do, but it's so broad and it's so complicated. It takes a lot of time to be good. It's just like the overall suggestion is try to use good frameworks. Like Laravel, it's pretty solid, it's pretty safe, it's pretty good. Follow the documentation. AWS or Media Temple, Bluehost, they're good companies. Don't use a sketchy, super cheap hosting provider that doesn't offer any level of security and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a wrap. Another question. Hello from Croatia. Hello, Ivica. Bootstrap 4 mega menu for WordPress tutorial. Please add a custom data table. Yes, I will try to do that. Blank Wolf. Oh, sorry, I had to do that. Where was it? You like at subscribing and subscribing? Thank you. That was beautiful. That's like this site, like Social Blade, is really responsive in terms of like detecting subscribers and stuff like that. Let me increase the light here. Oh, I'm yellow to the left. Oh, this is gonna be so weird, but whatever. Saludos desde Colombia. Hello. I just started working with WordPress. All I know is HTML and CSS and a teeny tiny little bit of JavaScript and PHP. Watching your video was a blessing. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Just continue watching my videos, continue building themes and building plugins, and you're gonna love it. We'll love to see you work with the REST API too. Yes, when we do Vue.js tutorials, I'm gonna probably try to build a WordPress theme based on Vue.js and REST API. That's the final goal. Before doing REST API, I want to have a solid, I want you guys to have a solid understanding of JavaScript and all those like asynchronous things that you can do with JavaScript. So before REST API, like, I don't want to do just like a JSON parser, like a PHP, just like PHP call to the REST API. It's just like, it's okay, but it's fine. I want to do something more exciting stuff. So I'm gonna just like use all the things that we learn throughout the year to do that super cool thing. Hello, Helmut. Hello. Thanks for connecting. Another question. Adrian asks, thank you for your tutorials on WordPress. Because of your tutorials, I'm creating my own WordPress theme. That's amazing. I'm using Advanced Custom Field Pro a lot and would like to see a tutorial on it. Sure. I mean, Advanced Custom Field, it's amazing. But it's not necessary for me to do a tutorial, because if you go on the website and you go actually on the documentation of the Advanced Custom Fields is one of the best. So if you, I don't know, you go inside the, you want to learn how to use the file fields, you go inside that resource, and other than having screenshot section by section, everything is explained, sometimes you have also, if you search like the repeater field, yes, sometimes you have also a demo video that shows you exactly how to, it's not, well, it's not, now it's frozen. I guess it's because I'm doing the live streaming. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, this guy on Vimeo has the full list of videos and tutorials on advanced custom field. You have code examples here, more complicated stuff, like literally the documentation on advanced custom fields is one of the best I've ever seen. So I'm not sure videos are necessary for this. It's just, this is great. You should definitely read the documentation. It's so easy to understand. You're gonna grasp it in no time. Where's I lost the track of all your questions. Okay. Teodoro Ellis says, I'm thinking about AI programming. Which language would you recommend? I have no idea about artificial intelligence. I'm not doing it. I'm doing machine learning through Clarify. I'm using this service here through the Clarify API just because they offer a PHP API interface for artificial intelligence. I have no idea about AI, so I'm so sorry. I'm not good at that. There were also, Blank Wolf says, there were also developed by different company. Angular from, oh yes, he's talking about the difference between React and Vue.js and stuff like that. Yeah, Angular is from Google, React is from it's from Facebook. Yes, absolutely. By the way, guys, if you want to know a lot of cool stuff about PHP and advanced stuff, like Blank Wolf, that user here that it's currently writing and it's like staying in the shadows, like, oh, I don't want to be famous and stuff like that. He's amazing. He's a really super experienced developer, and I love when, I don't know if you ever noticed below the videos, he comments always and he points to the bullshit that I say. Sometimes it's like, oh, you wrote this is wrong, like you shouldn't write this, and he challenges me and he makes me a better developer. So he's fantastic. Like, you should definitely follow. I don't know if you do videos on your channel or you offer help in PHP and stuff like that, but he's great. He's really knowledgeable. You should follow him. It's amazing. Do we have the same menu problems as Bootstrap with Tailwind CSS? Well, Tailwind CSS, Bootstrap, Bootstrap 3, Bootstrap 4, the only thing that it changes is the name of the classes, is syntax. Like, also updating the mega menu with Bootstrap 4 is gonna be like a video about 5 minutes. It's gonna be like so fast, so easy. Because it's just like, read the documentation of Tailwind or read the documentation of Bootstrap 4 and try to understand what are the differences and fix it together, and fix it like in few minutes. It's gonna be like really easy. F2666, whatever, this rear number. Wow, I was just undoing Bootstrap styling yesterday. I'll be using this Tailwind CSS. Yes, Tailwind CSS, it's amazing. Okay, Blindfold suggests about AI. You could use TensorFlow. This is a library for machine intelligence. It is Python and C++ as far as I know. See, Blindfold knows everything. Just like ask, don't follow me, follow Blindfold because it's a better version. You guys like it? Can actually see my face? I don't know. I feel like I have this center part is completely dark. Oh, look at this lighting. Okay. Hey, we still have a few days to go. You might get to 40K. You never know. I don't think so. I have 2 days. I don't think I will be able. Like 200 subscribers in 2 days. If you guys push it a lot, maybe I could do it, but I don't think I will be able to do it. Why is Laravel.env file is visible by default? It's visible for you. The .env file, it's environmental file and has the dot, so it's hidden by default. It's visible for you because you're working on it. But when it's on the browser, when it's on a server, if the user doesn't have SSH admin access to just access your server, will not see the env file. And if it tries to download the entire folder, will not get the env file because it's a hidden file. So yeah. How can I prevent WordPress user enumeration by blocking author, admin, archives, and feeds? I don't understand the question. Sorry. What's user enumeration by blocking author, admin, archives, and feeds? No, I'm not sure. Not sure. Sorry. Richard, I wanted to like the video, but remember I did it a week ago when you scheduled the stream. Okay. Unlike it and like it again. I don't know if you're gonna destroy the analytics, but who cares? It's fine. Archie said, first of all, thank you so much for the videos. You're very welcome. Archit, whatever. Now where is the WooCommerce tutorials? I know I have to do those. I don't have time. Oh, 39,789. Okay. We're gonna reach 790. I don't know. Blankfold says, no, I don't. In my channel is nothing to see. But you're so smart. You should do tutorials. Like, you should teach a lot of good things. You know a lot about, like, a lot. Just do it. Okay, Blankfold, no problem. So Lawrence says, I want to help with documentation of Akira. I haven't seen that happen. How do I plug in? Want to contribute to open source? This is how I learn about programming language. I want to learn Vala. Okay, so I was thinking about doing some tutorials about Vala, but I'm not sure because I'm not good still, so I don't want to do this. Like, I can teach you the wrong stuff that I do, so it's not going to be good. But to contribute to open source at Akira, first, go on the Elementary OS GitHub page. You go into the Elementary OS GitHub, go to GitHub and go to Elementary here. And you search for users. There you go, Elementary. Here inside the GitHub, there's every single component that makes Elementary. And if you want to start contributing, like you don't know anything about Vala, but you want to contribute to open source, well, access the website. Also, their website is there and they have issues going on. So you could check what issues they have. If they need help, you could fork, fix, and do a pull request. You see other users did pull requests to update the website. That's the best way if you're not an expert in coding in Vala or like coding Linux applications. That's the best way to help a project, like access their public repositories, see the issues, and if they have a small issue that you know how to fix it, just do a pull request and fix it. It's gonna be super helpful. The other thing that you could do about Akira is as well fork it, running on your machine, test it. Right now I have an ongoing issue with my the app image. I'm trying to build an app image for Akira, and here I have the issue on GitHub, and I have everything, like this long conversation. This guy that one of the developer of app image is helping me, but I have a couple of issues. So if you want to experiment with that and just like pull it, fork it, do a pull request to just fix it. Otherwise, the easiest thing to do would be to, when I create a wiki, as soon as the first alpha is released, when I create a wiki, you could submit translations and see, like, there's the Elementary OS Get Started page. It shows you how to submit translations. You could translate Akira in your own language. I'm building it multilingual, so you can easily inject your language into Akira, and then submit documentation and updates to Akira. So, but yeah, definitely check. Every time you want to help an open source project and you don't know anything about that source code, always check the GitHub repositories and check the issues, because a lot of time the issues are not related to the code, but it's just a typo. There's something small that you can just simply do a pull request and help the developers to improve. Hey, 39,791. We're pushing it. That's amazing. Let's continue. Elmut says, I did ask that already once, but again, what are you doing in the plugin series concerning Elementor? By the way, reviewing Elementor, turned it to use it, and I never regret it. Yes, and thanks, Elmut, for the segue, because I want to talk to you about Elementor. So in the description of this video, there's check out Elementor. If you click that, I get a referral, and you don't have to do anything. Like, if you decide to buy it, just go through that link. And right now they're doing a Happy New Year discount. You have a 10% off of discount. So the pricing for a pro version is not 49 bucks, but it's 44. And it's just, let me close this. And it's for one site for a year of update. After the pro version expires, you can keep using your plugin. You just don't get updates, but it's okay. Otherwise, if you have the money, just buy the one-time $179. It's kind of expensive, but then you can use it everywhere. So if you have a client that needs a site builder because you don't want to create custom post types, or you don't want to create custom fields, you want to offer this to a client, add that $179 inside the billing of the client. So the client will pay for the plugin and you can use it on all the sites that you want. It's pretty amazing. And you have a 30 days money back. So if you use it, download it, and you use it for 2 weeks and you decide, no, I don't actually need it, you have 30 days to get refunded. They're amazing. And you can also use the free version, but yeah, use the links in the description so I get a referral, and it's gonna be pretty amazing. But yes, Elementor, it's fantastic. So Helmut says it needs more option which the dev company can do all. Yes, so Helmut, after the plugin development series, you will be able to, you will know how to create widgets, and Elementor works with widgets. So every time you create a custom widget, you can inject it inside the page of Elementor. So after you know how to build widgets, all your widgets will work with Elementor. So I'm not sure I'm gonna do a specific series about Elementor, but I could do it like how to build some components and extensions for Elementor. That would be really interesting. But yeah, that's a good idea. I could put it in. I sub to Mr. Richard just subscribed to Blank Wolf. Thanks, but as I told, there's nothing to see. I just do a video of you dancing, Black Wolf. Like, it's just like, by the way, are you a really blank wolf? Like, are you a wolf that is completely blank as a person? Like, are you a wolf? Or like, are you a blank that is dressed as a wolf? That's so stupid. That's so sorry. That's so sorry. Jennifer asks, what do you suggest as a front-end dev's overall skill set? Front-end, HTML, total HTML. CSS3 transitions, like 90% of JavaScript was built because the JavaScript developers didn't know how to use CSS. So, oh, it's getting dark outside, so this light is getting stronger. Oh, let me put, sorry. Learn a lot about CSS. You have to know CSS really deeply. Then, as CSS, find a different preprocessor or something. Like, I don't know, it's the right name, whatever. SCSS, SAS, just like learn that. Then vanilla JavaScript, 100% vanilla JavaScript. Go framework agnostic. Don't start like, if you don't know anything about JavaScript, don't start, oh, I'm gonna learn Vue.js, I'm gonna learn React or Angular. Vanilla JavaScript, learn the basic. HTML, CSS3, SCSS, vanilla JavaScript, ES6, ES7, all the new syntax convention, all this kind of good stuff. And then pick a framework and go with React or Angular or Vue.js, but start from the basic. And then also for front end, you should do a little bit of design classes, not to be a designer, but to understand how design works, because it's really important to be in sync with the designer when you do front end. So do a little bit about that. Blank Wolf, yeah, there's nothing there. Lawrence, in one of the older videos, you spoke of Vala lessons. Looking forward. Yes, as I said, I could do Vala lessons, but I'm not good at that still, so I don't want to teach wrong stuff. So, yeah. User enumeration is scanning to find the username of the WordPress user. User enumeration is scanning to find the username of the WordPress user. I never worked something like that. I don't know what you need is for safety reasons. Sorry, I cannot help you with that. Probably there's a really good answer on Stack Overflow. Just do a research there and you will find it. Ram says, that was me forcing my friend, like push in to increase the number of subscriptions. That's great. If you guys give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna turn on the light because it's getting really dark in here. So I'm gonna disappear for 2 seconds. And light it is. Ah, yes, so bright. Okay. Okay, Dashmar, I uploaded Laravel on a shared hosting, and I swear to God I can access the .env file via URL. That's not good. Yes, that's not good, Dashmar. That's not a good hosting. I don't know what's going on there. You shouldn't be able to access it at all. Like, no, that's crazy. Okay, Babu says, what is less stressful, freelancing or working in a web development company? They're both stressful. Like, they're both the same. It depends on you. It depends. It's a really personal thing. If you like freelancing, you should try both. Like, start a development company, it's more organized, you have more people, but you have more stress in terms of like having a boss that you need to like, having your coworkers that you need to work with them. And if you find a coworker that is not good but it's above you in terms of like hierarchy, like you just like, oh, okay, it's kind of as a freelance you have more control of the entire workflow, but you're alone, completely alone. So you have to deal with paychecks, you have to deal with paying taxes, you have to deal with chasing clients for money, and that's super stressful. So you have stress in both environments. Nothing is better than the other. Automatically install plugin during theme activation. Oh, there are some WordPress hooks. We're going to take a look at those, or some WordPress hooks where you can require plugins in order to activate a theme, and you can warn the user, hey, you need to download this because this theme relies on plugins. So we're going to take a look at those, but in the WordPress documentation, just search for those and you will find it. Install the plugins that comes with the theme. Oh, Elmo says, I'm sorry, just upgraded to Unlimited Thursday. Ah, damn it! It's okay, it's all right. No worries. Just share the referral, share the link on your timeline, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Hey, click on this and you're gonna help me a lot. What are your must-have plugins when starting any WordPress project from scratch? Okay, must-have plugins. Advanced Custom Field Pro, Akismet, that is by default the one. So ACF, Advanced Custom Fields Pro. This one is the first one, Advanced Custom Fields. Yes. Then Akismet, that is so good for spam and stuff like that. And something else? I think that's it. If I'm being super lazy, custom post type UI, just because I don't want to write the code of custom post type, but I have my own custom code and custom plugin that I inject and I write everything. But custom post type UI and custom taxonomy UI, those are really good. And what else do I use? That's it, I guess. Everything else is custom and I make plugins by myself. Sometimes if the client needs a lot of functionalities and it needs a lot of crazy things, I like to use Jetpack, but be careful because Jetpack, it's great, but it's kind of super heavy. So you need to customize a little bit Jetpack. But Jetpack is basically comes with tons of smaller plugins that create more features and more customization for your website, and also has built-in galleries, built-in portfolios and stuff like that. And it's built by WordPress, the same WordPress developer, so it's really well done, but it's heavy. It injects a lot of CSS and JavaScript. You have multiple HTTP calls. It's hard. It's kind of hard to optimize. But yeah, sometimes I use that. It's okay. And then, of course, Elementor. You should always use Elementor. Shameless plug. Use Elementor every time you can. Just like click on the link in the description. That's so annoying. So sorry. Okay, let's continue. Big hello for Mr. Alecaddd from Morocco. Hey, hello, Aisa. I'm totally a wolf. Okay, Blank Wolf says he's a wolf. It's hard to type with these gigantic paws. So I knew it. Like, you're too smart to be a human. You have to be a wolf. Like, please make a video of you typing and coding with your gigantic paws. I bet you have like a gigantic keyboard like this big of buttons. This is going so far, like this is going, it's just not good. Sorry. I'm currently using Elementor for a client. Awesome. Alex, will you give lessons about WooCommerce? Yes, in the future, probably. I'm not sure. I will try to inject it. Salman, hello, Alex. Hello, Salman. Okay. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce your name. But not. How do you? It's Russian, I guess. Alex, will you give lessons about WooCommerce? Your questions. How do you pronounce your name in like English and stuff like that? But yeah, yeah. Elmut says you need Yoast SEO. Yes, Yoast SEO. Yes, Yoast SEO. I forgot about it. I always use that. I always use that. I forgot it. It's stupid memory. Yoast SEO is fantastic. It's one of the best SEO plugins for WordPress. It really optimizes your website a lot. But let's continue with questions. Elementor is rather uncomfortable for custom elements creations like widgets. It's more comfortable to use Visual Composer. Visual Composer, yes, has a better approach in terms of like sort of like interface to build components, but the admin interface of Visual Composer drives me crazy. I don't know why, but Elementor is getting better and better. Elementor is fresh, like it's 2-3 years old top, and it's getting updated every day. So they're gonna improve it a lot. Dashman says installing a plugin with Team. Yes, my pronunciation of theme. It's really hard for an Italian saying theme. It's something that we don't have in our language. So team for me was a team. Build a WordPress team. Sorry guys. Adrian says, what security plugin to use on WordPress, or do you do your own security like using WordFence? What do you think about WordFence? WordFence is really good. I use, yeah, WordFence sometimes. Jetpack has a built-in security plugin, security extension inside, so sometimes I use that. The other thing I actually use, what's that, WTD Cache? No. W3 Cache? Yeah, I use W3 Total Cache if the website is particularly heavy, and this helps a lot with the performance of the website. WordFence is pretty good. I use that definitely. Then what else? Omar said, hello from Morocco. Your best WordPress tutorial, WordPress mentor. Thank you so much. Bambule, hey Bambule, hey mate. Hey Bambule, how's it going? Long time no see, long time no chat. How you doing, man? Vitali, your name is Vitali. Okay, that's super crazy Russian name is Vitali. Okay. Yes, Vitali, thank you for saying your name. I'm so bad. WP Mail goes straight to spam. Some SMTP plugins are broke. Any videos for WP Mail? I did the did you follow the Sunset Theme series completely? I did the WP Mail stuff. I showed you how to send an email, and it's mostly related to the settings of your SMTP. It has to come from your website, directly from your website, from an email enabled by your hosting provider to send messages, so send emails from your website hosting. Otherwise, if those two things don't match, the email will go into spam. Helmut says Elementor is just 1.5 years old. Oh my god, it's so fresh and so new, and they already did amazing things. It's just like I love it so much. Why not give Italian lesson as well while you're at it? Because now I have issues in speaking Italian coding. So if you check the video of my presentation in LA, I said that I started doing YouTube videos to learn coding in English because my coding language skills were just Italians. Like I was able to speak coding just in Italian. Now I have the opposite problem. After 4 years of being in Canada, I cannot talk coding in Italian anymore. I struggle so much. I went back to Italy last month to visit my family and friends, and it was so hard to speak Italian for like a long conversation. I was always like injecting. I was always like filtering, adding some words in English because it was easier for me. So my brain now, it's in the weird status where it's half English, half Italian. It's so fucked up. I'm just like, it's so hard. But Mr. Richard asks, what's a proper way to display advanced custom fields on the post pages? Just use, for example, you have this issue for advanced custom fields. So you have ACF, display custom fields on post on pages. Just search that on Google and displays values in your theme. Still do a mistake. And basically, most likely you're gonna have the answer in the built-in documentation, because that guy knows what it's good, his plugin, and what it's not. So this is the home page. This, if you have the custom field, that's perfect. You can use the get the field and inject the post ID. There you go. Get the value from a specific post. So if you have it in the page, it doesn't matter if the custom field is in the page, you can use the regular post loop because the field is attached to the page. If you want to print the custom field that it's in another page, into another page, into another post, just use the get field and you specify the ID of that post of that page. That's it. Did I answer your question? I hope so. Advanced custom field, it's really easy to use. Alex, what CMS do you recommend for internet shops? You could go WooCommerce if you want to do it all yourself, or you could go Shopify or Big Cartel. Big Cartel, it's kind of like, it's the easiest and cheapest thing that I've ever used in the past. Big Cartel. There you go, Big Cartel. It has some good HTML structure. It's completely online, so just use that if you want. But WooCommerce has full customization. Daniel asks, Alex, thanks for your videos. They're very helpful as you're showing something practical and a lot. When you get some error and you need to solve it, is also teaching what to do if we get some. Yes, sometimes if I have a really big error that I spend like 20 minutes in fixing it, I delete it from the tutorial. But if I have a mistake, I said, oh, I did this mistake, so that's how you fix it, I leave it in the tutorial because it's really helpful for everyone. Like, everyone does mistake. Like, it's not that you have the best developer that always knows everything. It's constantly like, oh, what did I do wrong here? Bambule says, I'm fine. Lots of private stuff going on in the morning, but good private stuff. Okay, that's good. Good private stuff, it's better. Just to wish you all the best. It's weird seeing you use OS X again. Yeah, I know, Vojislav. As I said at the beginning of this video, the goal of 2018 is to switch completely to Linux and switch my entire workflow on Linux. Right now, I still have the setup of my iMac and I'm still using that. It's easier for me, but yeah. I'm sorry. I'm also already building some basic social share plugin based on your approach tutorial. Awesome work, Daniel. Awesome work. Okay, Sharif has say something about Gutenberg plugin and all the major updates which will take WordPress into a next level. Yes, I'm gonna do the next episode of the Nerd Continuity will be about Gutenberg. So we're gonna analyze what's going on with Gutenberg, all these cool updates and cool stuff and everything that will come in the future of WordPress. Jelly coding, don't you and your girlfriend speak Italian when it's just you two? Sometimes me and Sabrina, we speak Italian, but if we have a longer conversation, we switch to English for some specific parts, because she's struggling recently in like keeping up with Italian. Yeah, it's so weird, eh? What do you think about pods versus Advanced Custom Field Pro? I never use pods, sorry. I don't know. I want to use AI in WordPress. I have used algorithmia.com in JavaScript. Actually didn't implement in WordPress. Possible to use it in WordPress? I don't know. It depends for what for. AI for what for? For automation, for like learning user patterns and returning stuff. I don't know. It depends. Like WordPress, it's just PHP. So if you can write something in PHP to inject with hooks and filters inside built-in methods of WordPress, you can build a WordPress theme with artificial intelligence, I guess. I never did it, so I'm not sure. Thanks for the advice for the front-end devs. Have you ever tried developing a theme in Shopify? No, I never. I know a couple of friends, they actually just do that. They just do, they're like Shopify theme developers. But I never do that. Okay, Ram said, addio e avanzato felice anno nuovo. Did you use Google Translate? Yeah, goodbye and a happy new year. So we never use addio. Addio means goodbye because it means that we will never see each other again, basically. Addio, we'll never use that. Happy New Year in advance. It's not, you don't say it in Italian. So Google Translate translated in a wrong way, of course, because Google Translate cannot understand everything. Sorry, my dog is super weird. Oh, hello. Oh my god. Okay, we are at 1 hour of streaming. I guess it's the end. I gained probably 6 subscribers, 7 subscribers in the meantime. So as usual, guys, if you want to spend some time and helping me, there are a lot of things that you can do. Just go on the support me page. If you want to pledge on Patreon, I have a bunch of things. You can pledge even $1 is totally fine. If you want to do a PayPal donation, it's okay. Amazon link. If you click on this link, it will redirect to Amazon with my personal code. And then you can shop whatever you want. You can shop whatever things you need on Amazon, or even don't shop anything. Just click on that sometimes and you give me like a referral. It's going to be good. Same thing for Elementor. If you want to buy Elementor, if you want to try it, just go to the website by clicking here because the referral. I'm trying, this is not active yet, but it's there. I use NordVPN for my VPN of choice because it's amazing, but I applied for an affiliate program, but it's not there yet. So if you wanna, when it's gonna be activated, I'm gonna share it everywhere, but NordVPN, you should definitely try it. It's an amazing VPN. It works on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and also has a browser extension, this one. NordVPN has a Google Chrome extension, so you don't even need to install it on your machine or set it up for Linux. You can just install the browser extension. It's just so good. I'm trying to apply as an affiliate because I really love NordVPN. So that's what I'm doing as an affiliate thing, just to sponsor. I'm contacting companies and softwares that I use every day and that I really like. And I say, hey, do you have an affiliate program that I can do? So I'm not accepting, like sometimes I get contacted by a company that is super sketchy or they do like something weird and hey, we want to give you money to do this. I'm like, no, I never use your software. I use it. I don't like your software. I don't want your money. I don't want to recommend it because I don't. That's it. Lawrence, thank you, Alex. We don't take your tutorials for granted. More life, happy days. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lawrence. Much appreciated. Matthew said, let's say you need to make a simple fade in, fade out animation on a drop down menu for mobile phones. What is the simplest and cleanest way to do it? CSS. CSS with display none and CSS3 animations. Don't use JavaScript because mobile phone with JavaScript, they have really limited memory and JavaScript is terrible. Use CSS. So just a small transition before concluding. When you have an issue, coding issue, and you don't know how do I do that? Just go to codepen.io. If you go to codepen.io and you write search and CSS mobile drop down, you're gonna have some suggestion, or it's just like CSS drop down mobile. It's kind of like a weird text. Okay, CSS drop down, this one, click and opens. Look at that. And you can see here you have the HTML part, the CSS part, and you have 0 JavaScript. So you have this full library of developers that build amazing things just open for you to copy paste the code and paste it and test it on your phone. So just use CodePen. CodePen, search of whatever you want to try to find, and there are hundreds and hundreds of examples. Like you have 600 pens. Some are shitty, some are really good. So just like use that if you don't know what to write or like how to use a specific problem. And because they're here, access CodePen from your phone, do this same research, go to this link and test if this works on your phone. If this works and is the result that you like, just use it. That's it. It's so easy, so simple, but yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Okay. Kamal says, thanks, really helpful tip. Yeah, CSS, codepen.io is amazing. I don't know if they have sponsor stuff. Like, can I get sponsored by CodePen? I will recommend you everywhere. CodePen. Sorry. Happy New Year, Dan. Happy New Year, Alessandro. And thank you very much for all the things you've done for us. Say hello to Sabrina. Yes, Sabrina is probably watching this, but it's thank you so much. Have a great start of a new year. Okay, guys. Happy New Year to all of you. You guys are awesome. I like you a lot. I appreciate everything you do. And without you, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be able to do this. So you guys are fantastic and you're all awesome, and I really like, the only thing that I can do to repay you is just upload more tutorials, share my code, and teach you everything that I know, and plus learn new things and teach you all those new things. So it's gonna be pretty fantastic. But yeah, thank you again, guys, and until the next lesson and until the next year, the new year, as usual, always happy coding. Bye.